Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahshua, HaKadosh, the one of the apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you hold to be. Now, it's your brother Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame but looking like heathens who spirit by witness that they're a child of Heavenly Father. And the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inly calls Jehovah God. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, Yeshua, Yahweh. And pretty much this lesson is going into the fact, for all these different calamities that's happening and stuff, it's only going to get worse. You can read that in 2 Esdras, the 14th chapter and stuff, that evil shall increase upon the earth as its place get weaker and weaker through age, and the calamities are just going to get worse and worse. The Lord's going to mock, when you people fear coming, if you 2/3 of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, all 12 tribes, even Israelites who outward appearance instead of a heathen and stuff, which we call confusion of faces, you finna go calamities. You gotta, it's going to be a lot of calamities that's going to happen, right? So I'm going to start off with 2 Esdras chapter 16, starting at verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria." It says, "Gird up yourselves with cloths and sack and hair. It says, beware your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand," right? And destruction is at hand. 2/3 of Israel got to get it, and the heathens got to get it because they touched the nation of Israel and stuff, man. What nation have not gotten enough of us spoiled, like it says in second, I think it's First Maccabees 2:10 or Second Maccabees 2:10, right? And it says, verse 3, it says, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? It says, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? It says, plagues are sent upon unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" So all these different plagues, the plagues going to the Hebrew word magapah, it won't be disease, it can be calamity, it could be hardship, it could be all those different things and stuff, and that's exactly what's happening and stuff, because in order for our kingdom to come, America got to fall. But for those who love America, who want to keep America going and stuff, right, or who want to stay in this in this hell and whatnot and stuff, they're going to see it crumble down and stuff, and all the things that come with it. Scriptures talk about in Sirach, Ecclesiastes in the Park for the 39th chapter, starting at verse 28 and stuff, that there should be spirits of vengeance that was created, where fire, hell, death, and famine. Famine is on its way, with America having these cahoots when it come down to these different other countries and stuff, and how they cahoots is falling out, where they no longer wanted to be together. Guess what? America doesn't really do anything on its exports and stuff. Most stuff that comes to America is imported. So if they cut that off, America will die. And then when it comes down to a lot of the, I remember a brother had put a video up when it comes down to Facebook, and or it was Instagram, one of those. And pretty much what was going on was that it was you had a lot of celebrities and stuff, like, even certain Edomites and whatnot and stuff, like high rich CEOs and stuff who was in them big businesses and stuff, and what was they doing? They was renting out or buying out, certain islands and whatnot and stuff that was in the middle of nowhere. And through the spirit, all it is that these Kanye West and what's her name, Kim Kardashian and stuff, they rented them an island and stuff. You already know that more than likely when Jacob trouble come, these motherfuckers gonna try to flee. They're gonna try to flee from the place, but they gonna have to go through it too. So they already know. They, watching the men of the Lord and stuff on the highways, byways, in season, out season, all matter of weather. They watch us and they hear us and stuff. And guess what? They're gonna try to flee, but they ain't gonna be able to flee. It's gonna be bad everywhere they go. Right? So it says, verse 6, it says, "May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble." It says, "When it had begun to burn." It says, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot from a strong archer." It says the mighty. No, it says may one turn again the arrow that is shot off a strong archer. And remember when in the movie Scorpion King, right? I believe it's the first one. Yeah, it's the first one. You had the emperor of that world and stuff, or in that certain province and stuff, and he was good at catching arrows with his hands. You know, and I remember the Rock. He pretty much, I don't know his name, but when it come down to the Rock and stuff, he was able to pull the thing back and stuff. But remember when they captured it and stuff, and they was at the table of the feast before the invasion came. You had that one guy who tried to pick up his bow and he couldn't stretch it. You know what I'm saying? And the only one who can actually stretch the string and stuff was the Rock. And that made his bow more deadlier than most other bows, you know what I'm saying? Because he was stronger than most other people and stuff, right? And when he shot and stuff, that arrow wasn't trying to turn around. It wasn't trying to U-turn and stuff, It wasn't doing no boomerang action and whatnot because that's not the utensil, that's not the instrument, right? So when it come down to these plays, it's a done deal. And there was a video brother had posted and stuff. And, the brother Hazak from Mississippi and stuff, he did a sit down going into like we're going to see more things like this, and meaning how the different calamities and stuff are going to be greater and stuff. You had like some little kids and whatnot and stuff, and they was visiting some type of university and stuff, right? And it was too many of them, you know what I'm saying? They was real crowded and stuff, that could have been stretched out and stuff, but they was just some little kids and stuff, and they was all hanging on this rail, and the rail had gave way, you know what I'm saying? And you had kids spiraling down and stuff, right? Falling to their deaths, and I think it said that out of the 11, 7 people died, and you got these children and stuff making their way down and stuff, and they on the 4th floor. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the person that's doing the video and stuff. You see how they kind of like show what's happening and stuff, like where they fall in. You just see small children and stuff on the ground. And the book of 2 Kings, the last couple of verses, the last 3 verses, it goes into how the kids, how those children and stuff, what they was doing. They was saying, "Go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head," when it came down to Elisha. You know what I'm saying? And Elisha had cursed them in the name of the Lord, and then a bunch of 2 she-bears, 2 female bears just came out of nowhere and wreaked havoc. And you got to think about it like this too. When it come down to those children in the scriptures, you already know that they weren't trying to band together and stuff to fight off 2 bears and whatnot and stuff. More than likely, them children, they fleed, they scattered. You know what I'm saying? Once they start seeing, a bunch of other children getting slaughtered and getting devoured and whatnot and stuff. But guess what? They couldn't escape, So when they come down, you 2/3 of Israel and stuff, hey, you're not going to be able to escape judgment. This scripture says in 1 Peter 4:17. It's 1 Peter 4:17. It says, "For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. And if it first begin at us," meaning the ones who know about this word, right? It says, "What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High?" And more than likely, to those children, they wouldn't follow in the gospel of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't die like that and stuff, And remember, the Lord will also use, the Lord will take your children away and stuff just to punish you. You know what I'm saying? Look at King David when he committed adultery. You know what I'm saying? Even though the Lord forgave him for his for committing adultery and stuff, a sin worthy unto death. The only thing is that when it comes down to it, he not only he took his child away from him, man. And you see that the Lord is doing that and stuff. He's bring a great agony and sorrow and stuff to this place, man. And I believe it's in the book of Jeremiah where it talks about those who Let me see. Let me grab it right quick. This is I'm going to start just Jeremiah 16:1. It says, the word of Yahweh came also unto me, saying, it says, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. And it was this Lord telling this to Jeremiah, right? Verse 3, it says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place. It says, and concerning their mothers that bare them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land, it says, they shall die grievous deaths. You know what I'm saying? You know, and once you've been noticing is that there's a lot of loved ones from many people's families and stuff that's passing away. And it's not from old age. It's not from it's not from old age. It's either from a disease or, you know, so-called Rona 19. You know what I'm saying? It's from you know, people getting shot. You know what I'm saying? You know, scriptures talk about in 2nd Esdras the 16th chapter. You know what I'm saying? Further down, it goes into how that's you know, actually it's in verse the 34th chapter and stuff about how the men, you know what I'm saying, first it talks about how the women and stuff, you know, ain't finna have no bridegrooms, ain't finna have no helpers and stuff, you know, young women, old women, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying, you know, and that their husbands shall die by the sword, you know what I'm saying, you know. But then you see when it come down to these women and stuff, you know, these women acting the fool, thinking they can't get touched and stuff, and the Lord is touching up on these women, man. It tells you that in Micah 7:10 that she that is my enemy shall see it. She shall be trodden down like the myrrh in the streets. You know, these women get stumped out and stuff. The Lord is taking them out brutally and stuff. You know, or even if they didn't, even if they not necessarily getting stumped out, they being brought low. You know what I'm saying? They being brought low. You know, men don't care for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, because they know about their different attitudes and stuff. You know, they got the MGTOW movement when men gone their own way and stuff, and they just lean towards themselves and stuff. And these women out here, they just messed up. You know. You know, because mainstream media and stuff, they don't necessarily just go into all the facts. But look what happened. All they're gonna do is you know, try to show a little something and stuff, but then they blotting out other things and stuff. You go to bestgore.com and stuff, and I think it's called hoodsite.org. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they ain't really showing so much and stuff. You really got to know what you're looking for. And then you also got World Side Hip Hop, which I call Judgment TV. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing but judgment on them, man. Ain't nothing but judgment and stuff. And people are just dying. You got deaths that's happening that they not even showing you or telling you about. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got little kids, little kids and young women and stuff getting hacked up by a cartel and stuff because more than likely she stole something. You know what I'm saying please, please, please and stuff, and they ain't trying to hear shit. You know. So this verse 4 again, it says, they shall die grievous deaths. It says, they shall not be lamented, meaning that ain't nobody gonna be crying. It says, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. So ain't nobody finna be taking time to be burying these people, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't nobody finna be crying and whatnot and stuff, and the deaths are finna increase. You know what I'm saying? You know, and ain't finna be no exaggeration on numbers when it come down to news, because their body's gonna be lying out there in the streets decomposing. You know what I'm saying? You know, being I remember it was a video, and it was going into how you had all these black vultures and stuff, crowds, you know, and I don't know if it was California or Colorado or Carolina. It was one of those, you know what I'm saying, you know, and you know, when it comes down to vultures and stuff, you know what I'm saying, they hang around until you drop, you You know what I'm saying? And for that to be in mass numbers and stuff, that meant death was coming. And then, you know, when it come down to the color black means death. You know what I'm saying? A void of light. You know what I'm saying? You know, and vultures, what do? They feast on dead meat. They don't go for the stuff because they scavengers. They don't go for anything that was alive. So to see a sign like that and stuff, and they was just sitting there and stuff, you know, that means that motherfuckers was finna die. That was a sign of death. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody else, oh, look at the pretty birdies. No, that was a sign of death. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says, let me see what it say. It says wild beast, right? I might as well say it's Sirach, Ecclesiastes in Apocrypha, chapter 39, 28. It says there be spirits that are actually, verse 25, it says, for the good are good things created from the beginning. It says, so evil things from sinners, for sinners, right? It says the principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grave, which is wine. It says in oil and clothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says all these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. Verse 28, it says there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. It says in a time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. You know what I'm saying? Right? Verse 29. It says fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Now you got to look at it this way. In the book of Exodus, it says that the Lord is a jealous power. And you have majority of Israel, you know what I'm saying, what are they doing? They worshiping other idols. They committing idolatry. You know what I'm saying? You know, even if it is self-worship, you know what I'm saying? You know, where they think they can do bad all by themselves and they adore themselves so much to the point it's on a level as if they worship somebody or worship the Heavenly Father himself. And the thing is that the Lord is coming after y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know, what happens when a man sees his woman and stuff in his house or even in her house and stuff, you know what I'm saying? She getting slain, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about death or anything and stuff. I'm talking about sexually, you know, she getting her shit beat it in, you know what I'm saying, by another man and stuff. He comes in and whatnot, he ready to kill, you know, because it's going to spark a jealousy and stuff, you know. It's going to be somebody else's somebody else is digging different trenches, foreign trenches, you know what I'm saying, and it's farmland, man, you know. And it's gonna spark a jealousy. Well, it's the same way with the nation of Israel. When you follow after Jehovah and Jesus Christ, you know, and Allah and Buddha and stuff, you know, Baphomet, you know what I'm saying, you know, or even yourself. The thing is that guess what? All of Israel made a covenant with the Lord. We made a marriage with the Lord and stuff, and that marriage is still there. You know what I'm saying? You know. And he's seeing you day by day, because like it also says in Psalms the 91st chapter, and also in 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter, it goes into how that 1,000 years us is a day unto the Lord and stuff. So in the eyes of the Lord, it's like, you know, you just constantly going off. You know what I'm saying? You just constantly going off and stuff, you know. And the nation of Israel has been constantly going off and stuff, sleeping with these different other guys and whatnot and stuff. And the Lord's sitting up here like, man, I'm fed up. And unlike, and it says in Jeremiah 6:2, it says Israel is likened unto a comely and delicate woman. So that means the entire nation, both men, women, and children, right? So when like in Sirach, the 9th chapter and stuff, you know, that fire of jealousy is happening and stuff. But like according to the scriptures and stuff, you know what I'm saying, what tends to happen? The Lord is coming after the woman. You know what I'm saying? He coming after his wife. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, you gonna cheat on me after everything I did for you and whatnot? You know what I'm saying? You gonna cheat on me? You gonna cheat on me and whatnot and stuff, you know? And down there in them third world countries, all, you know, when they woman cheat and stuff, you know, they still keep like what the scriptures say and stuff. They punish the woman. You know what I'm saying? You know You got certain videos where you got men who like, you want to have her, you want her, you know what I'm saying, you want her, you can take her, you can go, you know what I'm saying, or what they'll do is they'd be like, hey, my dude and whatnot and stuff, it's all good and stuff. But when it comes down to her, you know what I'm saying, they over there smacking her, beating her ass up and stuff because she's the one in the transgression. Because when you commit adultery, you don't only just transgress against the Most High, you also go against your husband. So you doing, and when adultery, you're doing two things when it comes down to the Lord, man. You coming up against because we're married unto the Lord, you coming up against him, and then at the same time, it's still an offense, And what the Lord do? He come after the woman. He come after the woman, and that's what the Lord is doing when it comes down to the nation of Israel going off. He's putting them to death, The scripture says to offend less in the nation of Israel, and back in the second Esdras 16, what I want to get to, you know what I'm saying, it goes into the fact that, after all these things and stuff, all these different warnings and different reasons and why all these things are happening and stuff, it's not going to change them. It's not going to change them. They're Damascus. You know what I'm saying? If you ever seen American Dad and stuff, where what's her name, Francine, she enjoyed getting spanked, so she kept saying that her son Steve, was it Steve? Or is it Stan? Steve or Stan, whichever one, right? Nah. Yeah, Steve, that's his name. And she would always call saying that he was doing this and doing that and stuff just so she can get spanked. And she got a sexual, she was sexually aroused by that and stuff. And it's the same way with you 2/3 of Israel. You know what I'm saying? You love getting beaten up. You know what I'm saying? You love getting smacked and whatnot and stuff. You love engaging with other gods. And what the Lord is doing, you know what I'm saying, is that he putting you to death for it. So back in verse 29, it says, Sirach 39:29, it says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. And remember, Israel was scattered to the four corners of the earth. You got Israelites, you know what I'm saying, these third world countries and stuff, and they dying from death. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the pay-per-view videos and stuff when they be talking about sin only 25 cents. You know what I'm saying? Sin a blessing and woo to woo, and you see they bones and whatnot and stuff. And it's always little kids. They never show you adults. It always be little kids. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is allowing that judgment going on. Looking even when it come down to the Levites, man. You know what I'm saying? They eat mud cakes. You know what I'm saying? When it's mixed in with mud and feces. You know what I'm saying? Because they starving out there. Because Levi is going off. They're not coming back to Yahweh Shem outside. You know what I'm saying? Look at Issachar, so-called Mexicans. What's happening to them? You got whole families and stuff locked up in FEMA camps. And then you got the government talking about how they going to let loose the children. When children don't even know what to do, don't got their things together, thought they was going to come to America just so they can get them a job and whatnot and stuff. And they don't even know what they're going to do. But Esau is talking about releasing them, you know what I'm saying, And man, the different videos that I'll be watching and stuff, especially for women who come into prostitution. They come into prostitution at a young age. There's this one chick and stuff, I think she Gad, you know what I'm saying? She looked like Gad. She could be Judah, but I think she Gad and stuff, And she was saying how she was switching from different foster homes and stuff, and they was having sex with her, and they was having sex with her and stuff, and she was at a young age. She started prostituting at 11 and stuff, and it was a Mexican dude and stuff who was just beaming her down and whatnot and stuff, and she was just 11 years old, but that was her judgment. You know what I'm saying? That was a judgment, right? So this is and pretty much that's what the Lord is doing. He's catching up with you, like it says in Luke the 12th chapter and stuff. You all are sitting up here committing all these different abominations and stuff. And the day when you don't expect it and stuff, that's when the Lord is catching up onto you. And then what else is worse and stuff is that, right, it says fire, right? The second death is going to be thermonuclear fire, right? And you're going to have certain Israelites and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's not going to change. That's going to continue to do wickedly and stuff, you know, on whatever scale, to the highest scale possibly and stuff, you know. And what's going to happen is that the Lord reserved them onto fire where they're not going to get smitten down and stuff by no gunshot. You know what I'm saying? Where they're not going to get beaten down, where they're not going to die from shock and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nothing quick. They gonna have to wait. And then you still have other Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Because for the false prophets, it said, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And the Lord said that I never knew thee. So guess what that means? That means that it's going to be Israelites. It's going to be Israelites who's going to even wait until the day of the Lord, until the Lord actually comes back and crack those clouds, and they're going to get judged by him. And the elect, the 144,000, which consists of 12,000 men, each of the 12 tribes of Israel, the government body, man. You know, while the rest of the 1/3, both men, women, and children who are Israelites, believe no matter how they look, who convert and keep the law, statute, commandments to the best of their ability and stuff, mingle with faith out in the chariots, watching this destruction come. It's going to be a bunch of faggots that's going to be out here in the street and stuff as well. And faggot meaning a bundle of sticks, but they're going to be on fire. You know what I'm saying? You know? Right, so verse 30, it says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and sword punishing the wicked to destruction. And that's what's happening. You know? Every day somebody's dying from a shot, and it's just it's increasing. You know? You had somebody, I think it was like 3 dead and 1 survived and stuff, you know, and it was on, and it's nothing but Grand Theft Auto highway shootouts, man. And if you ever seen the movie Bushwick, you know what I'm saying, you know, you had a guy at a convenience store, and he was like, you know, he had his gun, he had his revolver and whatnot, and they was like, and some kids came in and stuff, and he was like, man, take everything that you want, just don't hurt me and stuff, you know. And it was fun for them. It was fun. And what happened? They shot the man down. They shot his ass down, man, for the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? You know? And I wouldn't be surprised for most of these little gun shooting things that's going on and stuff, you know, on the expressway and highways and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if people are just doing it for fun. You finna have that, man. Like in the movie The Purge, you know what I'm saying? You have people that just wanted to kill. You know, you got people out there where they get off slicing you up and having sex with you at the same time. You got people that get off, you know what I'm saying, by inflicting pain on your children. They get sexually aroused. They get off on it. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? All these creeps and whatnot, they finna be loose in Jacob's trouble. They finna be loose. You know? Because they creatures too. They creatures as well. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes down to the different animals and stuff, it's happening. It says in 2 Esdras 5:8 that the beast shall change their habitation and stuff, and they doing it. You know, they gonna be desperate. When animals get desperate and stuff, they eat something that's outside their means. And what's going to be the main thing on the food chain and stuff, while most of the animals are devoured, you know what I'm saying, you know, during the famine and stuff, right? And these predators and stuff, they gonna start eating you people. You know, your dog would chew you down and stuff, because they go through the same phases of starvation, just like when it comes down to a human. You know what I'm saying? You know? And it says, verse 31, it says, they shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth. It says, when need is and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when the Lord sends the vengeance and stuff, just like he did to Israel, I believe in the book of Judges, you know, when they had went off and whatnot, the Lord sent lions and stuff to devour them that was going off. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord ain't playing this stuff. All these different deaths is because you are going against your power, right? So this is going back to that Jeremiah Jeremiah 16:4. It says, "They shall die grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the upon the face of the earth." And you know, when you go to the park and stuff, you got the geese and they be shitting all over the place. That's how these people's bodies gonna be, man. You know, decomposing and stuff, you know, and whatever infections and diseases that they have and stuff that's gonna be emitted out into the air. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says, "And they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven." It says, "And for the beasts of the earth." It says, "For dust," so you're going to be food for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, what is it? Matthew the 6th chapter and stuff. He talks about the sparrows, how the Lord feeds them. So how much more us? Well, guess what? The Lord's going to feed his animals, especially the predators, the carnivores. You know what I'm saying? Verse 5, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, enter not into the house of mourning, neither go to lament nor bemoan them." It says, "For I have taken away my peace from this people, saith the Lord, even loving kindness and mercies." And that's exactly what's happening, especially with the Rona shot. The Rona shot is the main thing that's taking people out. You know, you got these Edomites and stuff they believing in and stuff, and you got an old girl, she got convulsions, and she over there, "Hi everybody," you know, and she end up get to crying at the end and stuff. She thought she was gonna stay strong, but she wasn't and stuff, you know. And she over there moving back and forth and stuff. She was talking about her tongue was twerking and whatnot and stuff, you know. And this based off taking the Rona shot. You got a lot of RNAs, CNAs, whatever they want to call themselves, and they taking these Rona shots and stuff, and they know that they ain't supposed to do so and stuff. And then what end up happening? They get messed up, half their face gone, they can't feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know. It looked like they finna have a stroke and stuff, you know. They catch diseases and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, the mutations, their body going to different mutations and stuff, and they can't come back from it. You know, you even had one woman and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, and she looked like it, you know, she probably was, probably wasn't, who's to say. But the thing is that they put her on television and stuff to try to to like a famous thing, you know what I'm saying? And you know, and what it is, and this is how you know, when they do that stuff and whatnot, they trying to show the world it's like, oh, this is okay, you know what I'm saying? Which means that it's not proven that it's good, it's not proven that it's gonna work, you know what I'm saying? They being displayed and stuff to show, you know, that it's okay and stuff, so majority of the rest of the masses can get it. You know what I'm saying? And what you had, old girl, she, you know, got lightheaded. You could see in her eyes that something was going on. You know, she tried to walk away and whatnot, and she fainted. You know, and it was because she had took the Rona shot. She just took the Rona shot. You know, just took it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and shooting Psalms 91 and stuff. You know, the different plagues and whatnot. Those things that's happening and stuff. It's happening to the ones that's disobedient, man. You know. Verse 6, it says both the great and the small shall die in this land. It says they shall not be buried, neither shall men lament for them, nor cut themselves, nor make themselves bald for them. Man, ain't gonna stress out. It says neither shall men tear themselves for them in mourning. It says to comfort them for the dead. It says neither shall men give them the cup of consolation to drink for their father or for their mother. You know, and that's pretty much what's going to happen, man. You know, the Lord is taking the mirth away. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Lord is killing people and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, family members dying and stuff. All this is going on, man. You know, so this is going to be Esdras, and it's going to increase. It's going to increase, right? This is 2nd Esdras 16, and back verse 8, it says, "The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" It says, what it says in Isaiah 55:11 and stuff, that none of the Lord's words shall come back unto him void. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says, meaning empty, meaning it's going to happen, right? It says, verse 9, it says, "A fire shall go forth from his wrath, And who is he that may quench it? You know what I'm saying? Remember, it says in Psalm 7:11 that the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. And with that being the case and stuff, you know, when you got boiling water and stuff, eventually down the line, the steam is going to escape some type of way. And what the Lord is that he's taking off steam, you know. It says, verse 10, it says, he shall cast lightnings, who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? Shall the Lord blow the trumpet, and the people shall not be afraid? Right? Verse 11, it says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder as is at his presence? It says, the earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof, and the sea arises up with waves from the deep. Tsunamis. It says, and the waves of it are troubled. It says, in the fishes thereof. Also, it says, before the Lord and before the glory of his power. It says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that shooteth are sharp. It says, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. And what is that? You know what I'm saying? The arrow can't get shot to the end of the earth. You know what I'm saying? So what it represents, it represents missiles, you know, nuclear warheads. You know what I'm saying? And once they get shot and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And ain't no turning back. You know what I'm saying? You got Russia, they got these different missiles. It's prophesied in the book of Joel and stuff where they're gonna where it says none shall break their ranks. They got missiles that can detect incoming missiles and stuff and move around them, and move around them. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna hit their marks, man. Verse 13. It says, verse 14, it says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So the famine, the different weather, you know what I'm saying, extreme weather and stuff that's causing people to die, the tornadoes, the tsunamis, the mudslides, you know what I'm saying, the flash floods, the sinkholes, the earthquakes, you know what I'm saying, the thunder strikes and whatnot and stuff, or dust storms and stuff, all these different things that's happening and stuff. This is the Lord visiting the earth. But when he visits the earth and stuff, what he's doing, he's killing people. He's taking them, he's putting them death. He ain't murdering them. He ain't like, today I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna just off this nigga right here. Or I'm finna off this bitch right here. No, the Lord is not doing that and stuff. He's coming to kill because he set up a standard, you know what I'm saying, a way that people supposed to live and stuff, you Negroes, Latinos, and Natives, all 12 tribes, you know what I'm saying, he had a certain way for you to live, you know what I'm saying, and he's getting fed up, you know what I'm saying, as the up and coming day of Yahushua is coming closer and stuff, and what he do is that these are different fear tactics. The Lord is doing these things and stuff to put fear in you, you know what I'm saying, but for most of the people and stuff who's not going to be fearful, they're going to continue in their wickedness, and the Lord's going to get you. He's going to get you. You know what I'm saying? And it says, and they're not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to stop. The Lord's not going to repent from this. Remember, the Lord repented in Genesis, the 6th chapter, that the imaginations of man was evil continually. You know what I'm saying? Only evil continually. You know what I'm saying? And then repented of the Lord. And what did the Lord do? He brought a great flood. He drowned majority of the people and stuff and kept Noah and his family alive and kept majority of the animals alive, man. And it says, verse 15, it says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out. It shall still consume the foundation of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Verse 16, it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Right? So let me get this. This is the 15th chapter in 2nd Esdras. Right? It says, well, I'm starting verse 10. It says, behold, my people is led This verse 1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, save the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. You know what I'm saying? So something that's faithful and stuff means it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? True that it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It would be false if it didn't happen, but it's true because it's happening, right? Verse 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, you 2/3 of Israel, you heathens. Y'all saying, incredulity goes into not believing. It says, verse 4, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. You know what I'm saying? You know. So you people that don't believe and whatnot and stuff, hey, you gonna die because of that unbelief. The scriptures talk about being spiritually born again. So if you ain't spiritually born again and stuff, then guess what? You're gonna stay in the congregation of the dead. You know what I'm saying? And if you spiritually dead, you're gonna be physically dead soon. You know what I'm saying? You won't be dying as a martyr. You know what I'm saying? For a specific cause and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna be dying because you're wicked. Verse 5, it says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, and sword, and famine, and death, and destruction." It says, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. And scriptures talk about in Revelation, the 18th chapter, how their sins have reached on to heaven, man. You know? And they ain't just, the heathens and their wickedness and stuff, just do 2/3. It says in Jeremiah 5:28, they overpass the deeds of the wicked. Now Esau, Edom, so-called Caucasians, full-blooded heathens, you know what I'm saying? They're the border of wickedness, like it says in Malachi 1:4. You know what I'm saying? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. They are the wicked. You know what I'm saying? But remember, Israel the salt of the earth, and they the form of all things. So when it comes down to the wickedness that Esau already has, you know what I'm saying? They make it more wicked than what it is. They 2 times it, 10 times it, 100 times it. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why the Lord is bringing all these different plagues and whatnot and stuff, because it's polluted. This place is polluted, man. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. You know what else we're going to see? We're going to see family members and stuff going at it and stuff, man. Families, great betrayal is going to come and stuff, And then what's going to be the main motive? It's going to be substance. You know what I'm saying? They blood is thicker than water and stuff. You're going to find out that blood is just as thin or even thinner than water. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it says, and what are they going to do? They're going to destroy it. You got family members killing other family members and whatnot and stuff, And it says, verse 7, it says, "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness." So it ain't slapping on the wrist. You know what I'm saying? Slap on the wrist, you get that a couple of times, they ain't working. So the Lord pull out the belt and bring out a harsher judgment and stuff and smack you on the behind with it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And even before you smack you on the behind, you know how it was. You was bad and whatnot when you was little and stuff, and your OG or your mother and stuff, or your father and stuff, whoever was there in the household because of the curses. You know what I'm saying? Being a single parent, or if both parents was there, and they'll grab the belt and stuff and they'll pull it apart and they'll bring it together and stuff. No, they'll bring it together and pull it apart real quick, and you get that smack sound. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a warning, be like, hey, watch it. You know what I'm saying? Scripture says in Sirach, it says, warn before thou threaten. You know what I'm saying? So you be warning and stuff, but then it don't work and stuff. So then the Lord got to hit you, you know what I'm saying, with that belt. You know what I'm saying? And then what goes further than that and stuff, what you people would call abuse. They call abuse and stuff, but the abuse is that the Lord is putting you out and stuff, because this is the only mercy. The mercy is that you got to receive death, because other than that, you just going to cause more calamity to yourself, man. It says, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things. It says, so the Lord's not going to be long suffering. It's like, you ain't finna just keep doing this and stuff. It's time for you to go. And it says, in which they wickedly exercise themselves, behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And another thing, we are the men of the Lord, are the hopeful elect. Why they be the 144,000 or just the one part of the 1/3, or believer and whatnot, believer and doer, but they don't prophesy, and they don't, do precepts and stuff, or they don't do videos and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They coming up against the righteous, man. The ones giving them warning, to do things to avoid punishment, like it says in 2 Esdras 7, around the 20th verse, man. And you have brethren and stuff who died in this truth. You know what I'm saying? You probably had women and stuff who probably, like, it's some gruesome stuff, in the other camps like IUIC, what I'm saying, where it might have been women and stuff who was trying to keep right and stuff, and their husbands killed them. You know what I'm saying? It's they dying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And when they go up to the like in the movie Morpheus and whatnot, in the Matrix Reloaded and stuff, when Neo got done talking to the Oracle and whatnot, she left. You know what I'm saying? And then Agent Smith just came out of nowhere and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Anderson. And you had Morpheus looking through the Matrix on the different lines, how they read stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, Smith, and it just took him by surprise and whatnot and stuff. And it's like when certain people die and stuff, and they doing the work of the Lord and stuff, and they come up, the Lord like, man, where you come from? What are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? And then the Lord investigates and stuff, and the angels tricking on you. It's like, yeah, it's such, they didn't like him, so they was doing this and they was doing that and stuff, and then they eventually down the line they just put him to death. You know what I'm saying? And then guess what? The Lord's gonna avenge us. You know what I'm saying? We seeing the vengeance. You people that think you finna just humiliate and do this and do that and stuff, well, guess what? You're gonna get destroyed for it. You never know when you do something and stuff, and that's gonna be your last straw. And then the Lord just allow you to just keep doing and keep doing and keep doing, because He's keeping tabs on you. You know what I'm saying? So now you can't be like, well, Lord, no, I changed. I changed. No, you ain't gonna be able to do that and stuff, because it was like, I can touch this one, or I can humiliate this one. I can do this. I can do that. I'm gonna keep doing it and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the raps was for you, man. Verse 9, it says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So what's gonna happen is that the Lord the Lord's going to avenge us. You know what I'm saying? It's not on our own time, but remember, the Lord's time is always right. We probably want it right then and there, you know what I'm saying? But even when it comes down to saving or delivering you out of a certain situation, what does the Lord do? You know what I'm saying? He do it in a drama-like state, man. He does it in a drama-like state. As soon as you think that you ain't finna get rescued and whatnot and stuff, that's when He pulls you out. You know what I'm saying? And it's that much more powerful when a transaction is happening. So if it's like that, what's going to be the other balance when it comes down to the wrath? They're going to be thinking everything all good and stuff. Yeah. We got stain, we got this, we got that. It's like, you ain't going to be prophesying no more when you're in the dirt. And then next, some far worse than what you have done to that person is finna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, verse 7, it says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which is talking about America, Revelations 11:8, the place that's spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. It says, verse 11, it says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So that's how you know this Egypt is referring to another place. And what is that? America. Look at the back on your dollar bill, a pyramid. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, and will destroy all the land thereof. It says, verse 12, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. It says, verse 13, it says, they that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail. It says, through the blasting and the hail, and with a fearful constellation. So people that's farming and stuff, this is what's going to go into the famine. You know what I'm saying? They can't produce. You know what I'm saying? If it's too hot, if it's too cold, production levels in the farm industry and stuff, it's down. You know what I'm saying? If heavy snow comes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And most of the snow, it ain't real. Stuff gets destroyed, and when it comes down to those big cylinders that be right next to the barn and whatnot, them things begin destroyed by strong winds and whatnot, and the food be contaminated, and that be food that goes like across the different states and stuff. You know what I'm saying? To hold up for however long, man. For like a year's worth, I guess.
I don't know for sure and stuff, but that'd be a lot of food. That'd be a lot of food, man. That'd be a lot of food, right? You know what I'm saying? And it says, I mean, it's like and then spiritually speaking and stuff, I was thinking it to myself, and then another brother, he was saying, the brother, GMS Judgment is here. He was saying that he believed through the spirit and stuff, that it's gonna be hot as hell. It's the end. It's the end times when it comes down to. It's the end times when it comes down to. Well, not the end times. We are in the end times, but it's the ending of February. And January and February is supposed to be like the coldest days. You know what I'm saying? But it's warm unseasonably. And down there in Texas is supposed to be one of the hottest when it's like hot like Phoenix and whatnot. I think Phoenix is, but it's supposed to be hot. You know what I'm saying? And it's so freezing down there and stuff. You probably don't even got no water damage or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's so cold and stuff that it's condensation that's building up out of nowhere and stuff in the hallways, and where this icicles forming from a ceiling fan, from a ceiling fan, It's cold out there. You had people out there. It was so cold. You had somebody where they were just having fun. You had the oodles and noodles. They was sitting out and stuff. And what did they do? They made a sculpture. You know what I'm saying? Or you had one where it was eggs and they cracked it open and stuff. And I don't even know. It had to be super, super cold, because what they had egg yolks that was suspended in midair, but it was frozen. So it had to be super, super cold for them eggs to freeze like that. You know what I'm saying? And they get in the judgment. So think about it. You had old girl, what she do? She sent her snow in because she was seeing how her dogs couldn't like step on it, and found out that it's aluminum, strontium, you know what I'm saying, thermite, barium, you know what I'm saying, but that aluminum is still metal and stuff, you know what I'm saying, so it's making the snow colder than what it is, you know what I'm saying, so if it's like that, and you got these different dust and fate forming clouds and stuff, you know what I'm saying, right? Like in Deuteronomy 28 and 23, it clearly go into that. It's part of the curses that heaven should be dust and whatnot and stuff, right? Powder and shit, right? So if you got clouds out there and stuff, you know what I'm saying, that have all these different chemicals and different small molecular metals and stuff, and it's all going through the air, aluminum, you know what I'm saying, what it does is that it weakens your immune system. But then if it's forming a cloud where it's snowing and stuff, you know what I'm saying, then that means that with that metal in there, it's going to be colder. You know what I'm saying? You thinking you getting a lake breeze effect and stuff. No, it's because it's metal in the air. You know what I'm saying? So I also think about this. When it gets hot, that means it's going to be hot as hell. Everybody knows when it be so warm that it especially after it rain, it be muggy, what we call muggy. You know what I'm saying? And be humid. You know what I'm saying? And it be warm and it be moist outside, but it be too damn hard to breathe. You know what I'm saying? And then vice versa if it's dry heat. So if there's dry heat, right, and it's infecting these farms, it could be so hot that shit go into flames like California. And California is always on fire, man. Always on fire, man. The fire be so detrimental and devastating and stuff. The firefighters, they can't even do nothing. They still make an effort and whatnot, but they can't even do anything. It be so hot and things be so dry and stuff. It just be fuel for the fire. And then what else when it comes down to the family and stuff? If you try to grow your own food, he's all gonna call you a terrorist because he can't tax you. So it's finna just get worse. You know what I'm saying? Right? So verse 14, it says, woe to the world, and woe means destruction. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. So you people that's down for the world, who want America to go again, who want society to pick back up before the Rona even came and whatnot and stuff, right? It says, verse 15, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and that's what's going on. And it says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. Sedition going to a rebellion. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, as meaning the coming like what happened at the Capitol and stuff. And even with the police officers and stuff. There's a video that I watched on Hood Site TV, and you just had a guy. He was just sitting there. You had a police force and stuff, and they was just sitting there chilling. Ain't doing shit and stuff. On standby and stuff. And somebody came up with the CJ Crouch run from San Andreas and stuff, and opened fire on their ass, man. Nobody's scared of the police no more and stuff. That's why majority of the police, what are they doing nowadays? They trying to build up relationships, but that ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Just like how bogus, bad females and stuff, how they ruin relationships for women who's actually honest and looking for a good man. You know what I'm saying? Causing men not to want to come around. It's the same way when it comes down to police. You got the blue code, you got too many bad officers and stuff, dirty officers and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they ruined the relationship so bad and stuff that the only good relationship you're going to have and stuff amongst officers and stuff who's actually doing their job, and they supposed to be, and they do righteous judgment and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that the only ones that really love you and understand where you coming from and stuff is yourself. But you got the bad cops and stuff, you're going to be the one getting shot. Like you had this officer, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to stop people from what's it called? Raiding the stores. You know what I'm saying? I forget the real term for it and stuff, but they raiding the stores and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they shot him in the head. They shot him in the head. And he was just like, man, don't do this, man, don't do this. And all through the cop and stuff, man, don't do this and stuff. And you already know more than likely he went probably on no bullshit and stuff with him abusing his authority and stuff. But with the fact of him, with the fact of other cops and stuff abusing the authority and stuff, they ain't show him no mercy. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out and stuff, there was other people who knew about him as an officer within the neighborhood and stuff, and he wasn't on that bullshit. But he had to die because he had to die. You know what I'm saying? Because of the how other people viewed the cops that do dirty in the force. Right? So let me get back to this. This is before I veer off too much. This is back in verse right? So back in verse 16 again, it says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. So the people don't care about authority. You know what I'm saying? The different constitution and amendments and stuff that people are breaking and whatnot. Well, not people and stuff, but these higher ups are breaking and stuff in these people face, and the people that's like full-blooded patriots and whatnot and stuff. It's like, you ain't taking this gun from me out of my cold dead hands. You know what I'm saying? And they dead serious and stuff, and they don't care. It's been too many videos where you got the police on camera. You know what I'm saying? Or it'll be a dash cam camera. You know what I'm saying? Or it'd be or it'd be or it'll be a camera from someplace else and stuff, while somebody is like recorded from a distance and whatnot and stuff, and somebody will read their rights and know their rights and whatnot and stuff, and the police show you they don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? And you have certain officers where you see that they just want to kill Jake. Their back be turned, be unarmed and stuff, and they be talking about how they feared for their life and stuff for excuses so they can shoot down Jake and stuff. People are rising up against the authorities and stuff. They even stole the Humvee from the National Guard, robbed their ass. You know what I'm saying? And it says in the course of their actions shall stand in their power and stuff. And what the government want to do, they want to take away the guns. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a quick slip. I mean, quick sweep. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they make their rounds and stuff, but people ain't going. You know. You know. It says, verse 17. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." It says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And the scripture says that the mighty men shall be as women in that day. You know, the guys that got the guns, got all the muscles and whatnot and stuff. You know, you gonna be just as frightened as a woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, you gonna be so scared and stuff. Somebody might as well just hand you a pair of panties to put on. Take them boxing briefs on and put these panties on and stuff, because that's how scared you're gonna be. You know. Verse 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." It says, but shall destroy the houses with the sword. It says, "And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." Tribulation goes into trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be devastating out here, man. You know, the scriptures talk about in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verse 66, well, 65 through 67. But 66, it goes into, I might as well just grab it. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 66. And it says, "And thy light shall hang in doubt before thee." With the Lord, the scripture also says, "With the Lord find faithful upon the earth." It says, "And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life." And when you go into that word assurance, it's the Hebrew word aman, the Ottoman aman. It means to build up, support. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says faithful, it's trust, believe. You know what I'm saying? So people are going to be faithless out here. Verse 67, it says, "In the morning thou shalt say, Would the Most High it were evening, and at evening thou shalt say, Would the Most High it were morning." It says, for the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. You know what I'm saying? You know, so people are going to be scared out here and stuff, man. You know, when somebody be like, "Oh, you scared me," and stuff, you know, come around the corner and somebody was aloof, you know what I'm saying, not paying attention and stuff. So when you come around the corner and stuff, they get scared. You know what I'm saying? You know, or when you walk in a haunted house and stuff, something just comes out of nowhere and stuff. Even if you expect it and you be scared out of your mind, you know, people going to be dying from fright. And it tells you that in Luke 21, man, you know, right? So this is 19 again. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor," and stuff, you know, and look at the ground that is already. You know, somebody can know that you know you got some money on the way, or somebody can know that you finna get a car, or somebody know that you finna get some type of substance, or get a stain in, or not a stain in, or get some type of blessing in and stuff, and they'll see that and stuff, and they'll be ready to take your shit and stuff before you can even get it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and this is also amongst family, man. So if it's amongst family, then guess what? It's gonna be against your peers, you know. And nowadays and stuff, when you see it, people nowadays, what I have seen through the spirit, people are purposely trying to find a reason. You know what I'm saying? Just so they can do something because they know you got something, right? And it says, "But shall destroy their houses with the sword," meaning what's the modern day sword? The gun. And of course, it's going to be knives as well. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Verse 20, it says, "Behold, save the Most High, I will call together." No, I'm gonna stop right there, right? So pretty much the Lord is so let me go to going back to 2nd Esdras 16. Verse 12. It says, "The earth quaketh and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power." It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss." It says, "When they begin to be shot in the ends of the earth, behold, the plagues," and that's the second death, which is one of the last prophecies. "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." It says, "The fire is kindled." It says, "And shall not be put out." It says, "Till it consume the foundation of the earth." Right? Verse 16, it says, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? And this also proves reincarnation, right? Because this also proves his reincarnation and stuff, because this is Ezra, you know what I'm saying? You know, in this book of Esdras, you know what I'm saying? This is Ezra, right? In the regular Bible, right? And he's foreseeing these visions and whatnot and stuff, and he knows that he's going to be there in that time, you know, because if they didn't understand reincarnation and stuff, then why would he be saying woe is me, when that was a vision that was going to happen later on, you know what I'm saying, you know, right? Verse 18, it says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. It says the beginning of wars, and it says, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. You know, it says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of their scourges, man. You all ain't gonna change. You ain't gonna change, you know. You got a veil over you and stuff where you can't see. That's why you like a sheep prepared for the slaughter. You know, you have no clue what's finna happen. You have no clue why you coming up against the prophets and men of the Lord and trying to bring them down and stuff in all manner of ways and stuff, and humiliate them and trying to put them to death or try to steal from them and whatnot and stuff. Them the only motherfuckers that's warning you. We the only ones, Salaki, we the only ones that's warning you and stuff for the things that's finna happen. We finna tell you that Big Daddy Esau that you lean upon, you know what I'm saying? You know who you like to be abused by and whatnot, you know what I'm saying, with him being the sadist and you the submissive, you know what I'm saying, you 2/3 of Israel. He finna roll down on you while you over there do your job, your bidding, his evil bidding, you know what I'm saying, you know, you being the hounds and he's releasing you, you know what I'm saying. What's gonna happen is that he's gonna be like, all right, you done, I don't need you no more, bow, and you're gonna be greatly betrayed. You know, you're going to be greatly betrayed by the one that you've been trying to help. And remember, Esau Edom is your arch nemesis. So it don't matter how much help you do, he's the scorpion, you know what I'm saying, on the tortoise back. You know? So, I forgot where I was going to go to. Yeah, I forgot where I was going to go to. So pretty much, you know, hey, you people ain't gonna change, man. You ain't gonna change. You know, these Edomites and stuff, they finna run down you and stuff like Revelations 12:12. You know, back in that second Esdras 16. You know what I'm saying, the 75th chapter and stuff, I believe, and stuff, and it says that they should be like bad men, sparing none. You know. So even though Israel can be merciful even if they wrong and whatnot and stuff, you're dealing with a nation who's merciless. You know what I'm saying? You know, they ain't gonna give you no warning. They gonna let you do what you're gonna do and stuff. You know, they even enjoy the fact that you're doing wrong against the Lord. They enjoy that, man. You know, so you know, you people out there and stuff that want to be hard headed and stuff. You think that it's a fairy tale and whatnot. What's gonna happen? You all are going to get destroyed, man. You're going to get destroyed. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's going to be painful. It's going to be painful and stuff, and it's going to be that without remedy. Let me grab that. That's Proverbs. This is Proverbs 29:1. It says, he that being often reproved harden his neck. A lot of you all don't want to hear this word. You can't stand the word. It's like, oh, he prophesying again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's doing this again. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they at it again. If it wasn't for those meddling Israelites, you know, that's how y'all feel, right? You know? So y'all ain't catching in onto the warning and stuff. So what's going to happen is, it says, shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. Because what's the remedy? This word, but you don't want to hear it. So therefore, you're gonna get destroyed without remedy and stuff. Meaning that ain't nothing finna stop it. Part of you being destroyed is the mind frame that you in. You love this world. You know what I'm saying? When you can be proven back to back and stuff that this place is destroyed. That this place is for your death. It's created for you to die. It's created for you to suffer. It's created for you to be punished. And the ones that's ruling over and stuff wants you to be punished. You know what I'm saying? And you all can't get out of that. And that's also part of the curse. Deuteronomy 28:28, that the Lord shall smite thee with madness, blindness, and astonishment heart. You all are blind to the fact that this place is destroying you. You know what I'm saying? And the things that you delight in is destroying you. You know what I'm saying? And when you go into that word madness, it's talking about craziness. You people are crazy to stay here, man. You got people out there, they be on Facebook, they be on Instagram, they be on Snapchat, they be on they be on all these world star hip hop. It's like, look at this. This is what they doing, people, and it be thousands of views and stuff. But them same thousands who's watching the video and whatnot and stuff of showing how the fish is made out of plastic, and you bring it out like a towel and put water on it and it look brand new again. You know what I'm saying? How they showing how China is able to put a liquid, how the Asians are able to put a liquid and stuff and make fake fucking cabbage. You know what I'm saying? Make fake eggs. You know what I'm saying? And they showing you that they not giving you what the Lord created for us to consume within our bodies. They showing you, and you all still go for it. It's like, man, yeah, we need to march. We need to march. We need to march. It's like, nigga, we got thousands of fucking years of these niggas not giving a fuck about you. You know what I'm saying? And they doing it in your face. You march this. We got the 46th president stuff, and you still can't get it through your heads that these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about you. But you want to come against the ones that's warning you and stuff and let you know these people dirt. It's to the point now. Esau, it's almost like in Joel the 20th chapter and stuff. He think everything all good. He wiping his mouth, cutting his steak, bloody as hell. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even done. Just charred the edges. You know what I'm saying? So it can look done, but it's not. Both deceiver is, right? But here it is. They telling you straight up. They telling you straight up, we ain't helping you. All this big business, all this hope that Joe Biden, you know what I'm saying? Joe Biden was claiming that he was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? And you just see the faces of the civil leaders. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to hear and stuff, and they over here doing that. They got that face where they like, this nigga, or they lean back and it's like, I can't believe that we sat up here and voted for you when he said he wasn't gonna change a thing. And every president has done this. Every president said they was going to do these great things and stuff, and they ain't do it. Then we come to find out, you find out that your vote don't even matter and stuff because they already predestined who was going to be president anyways. They already knew who's going to be president and whatnot and stuff, and that your vote didn't fucking matter. It's just so you all can think that you're making a change, but you're not. Because they got a whole second version of vote, an electoral vote, you know what I'm saying, that can that could pretty much blind that pretty much just skip your vote and go for what they want. It's too, and you got people that's in the law enforcement and stuff. They know that this place is corrupt and stuff, and you still going to march. They not changing anything for y'all, man. This is not our rest for you Israelites and stuff, man. And for the fact that you trying to make it your rest, this is why you all got to die, man. You gotta die, you know? You're going to die. You're going to die. And here's the thing, when it comes down to men of the Lord and stuff, you know, you're like, no, y'all gonna die, y'all gonna die. Motherfucker, that's us getting the fuck up out of here. That's all that is. You ain't hurting us. You the only ones who's hurt because you be worried about things you leaving behind, right? So I'm gonna close out with this. This is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." The scripture says that the truth shall be evil spoken of, man. You know, and the truth is the only thing that's gonna cause us to prosper and whatnot and stuff, man. You know. And for all you people and stuff that's saying that America is good and stuff with they got something called Pizzagate and stuff. You know, you got you got the gay pride parade, the homosexuals and stuff and whatnot and stuff who be the main motherfuckers offended when you ask about their sexuality and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or why did they choose this? Or or when you make proof that they wasn't born like that and stuff, right? They be the main ones offending and stuff, but it's supposed to be pride, right? Main ones offending and stuff, right? But with the truth being evil spoken of and stuff, and the things that you people consider as good and stuff, you know, the Lord is gonna put you to death. Cause what are you doing? You fighting against Him, man. You fighting against Him, you know. So I'm closed off with that. You know what I'm saying? I hope this video was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemi Al-Shawah, Hara Chakadash. Double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to your elect, which you ought to be. Shalom, wa